would gather round their transistor radios. There were zoo crews and shock jocks and boss jocks and pranks. There were callers and prizes, people with weird names. But that time it has faded, now there's podcasting wars. Every ad is for dick pills, big pharma and porn. Even now there are days when all you need is a laugh. Thank God there's one DJ left. He's Radio Ralph. Now the red light is on, so just tune on in. Welcome to the show with Radio Ralph and his friends.
Okay, we're here. Oh, well, I gotta adjust, but we're in Studio B tonight. Let me adjust this here. How's it going?
Ralph, my face is covered by your giant fucking logo, dude. I like it.
You.
I'm not.
I got you. We're in.
By the way, let's comment on one thing. First show where the intro music played correctly. You have no idea how to fix the camera now, but the fucking intro music.
There we go.
It made it, dude. There he is. There he is, dude.
I think I'm presentable. I don't know.
You've got to forgive my cough, Ralph. I don't have a virus. I have allergies. There's some shit blew in the air, dude. Have you been? I used to get sneezy. Now my allergies have just turned into coughing to death. Is that part of getting old, Ralphie? Where everything just turns into, like, your body used to fight things in a lot of different ways. Now your body only knows how to fight things with a cough, I think. That's all it. The older you get, the more your only defense is like a raspy, wheezy, worn out, frail, doesn't even have that much fight in it. Just kind of a
Yeah.
And then if you let that build, it can turn into a hack. And if it turns into a hack, and you're fortunate enough to not be in pain and break your rib from the cough, which does happen, if you're fortunate enough, sometimes you can hawk some mucus up. You can get a little mucus hawked up.
Yeah.
When was the last time you hawked a loogie, Ralphie? When was the last time you hawked some mucus out your throat?
I did that. Oh.
When was the last time?
It's been a good while, yeah. Been a good while.
People need to. That's the thing that people need to do more of, I think. I don't know why, but I feel like, and I'm wearing my America 250 glasses still. 250th year. I'm still amazed we made it this far. I'm still celebrating. Everybody else has moved on. I'm still happy about 250. I got to see the Jacksons. But all I know is a very real thing, which is this. I don't know how I know this, and I don't know why this is true, but somehow in America, where we all just kind of hawk loogies in front of each other, that's a better America, Ralph. I don't know why. That's a better America, but that is a better America if we all just start kind of walking outside our door, looking at each other, and we just kind of look at each other and say, you want to have a spitting contest? And then off your patio, you see how far you can launch a lug. Your neighbor does the same thing. She launches one farther. She does. You didn't expect that from a little Latino girl, but there you go. Next thing you know, a 27-year-old sexy Latina is hawking a loogie from the patio with you. You get her phone number. You guys go on a bunch of loogie hawking dates, dude. That is America, dude. That would be a better America. Unfortunately, it's not America. That's actually not America. Nobody hawks loogies anymore, Ralph. They find it uncouth. Do you find it uncouth to hawk a loogie? Do you find that uncouth?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think we're in a Maha moment right now where things are like, Well,
you can make any medical claim you want now, and somebody's going to believe it. The weirdest thing is about the modern era, Ralph, is everybody makes a conspiracy theory out of the shit that's very evidently obvious and there's no conspiracy to it. Everybody takes the most obvious shit, turns that into conspiracy, but then the obviously fake bullshit, the real fake shit, they watch it and go, hey, did you know it hasn't rained in Jerusalem in 3 years? And you go, that's not fucking even possible. But they're like, no, I saw it on TikTok, dude. I saw it on TikTok. Meanwhile, flash to a billionaire who's a shitty guy, has questionable sexual practices and gets away with it. And that's a conspiracy? That's what every fucking rich guy does. That's every rich guy. Jeffrey Epstein is every rich guy. I'm supposed to get upset about that. Meanwhile, People are showing me fucking AI videos of a buffalo attacking a guy in Yellowstone or something, and it's basically a snuff film, and it's clearly AI, and even ABC News is reporting it. It's fucking crazy. So the shit that's fake, people automatically believe, and the shit that's real, people make a fucking intricate conspiracy theory out of. It's Ralph. This is a wild time to be alive, sir.
Definitely. And you've got the if it ain't one thing trying to get you, is you got the lettuce parasite thing going on right now.
What's going on? What's going on?
There's some kind of lettuce you want to
I can't
avoid
eat
your
lettuce now, Ralph. I can't eat fucking lettuce right now.
Yeah, you might not want to.
Hey, Ralph, do you
There's
remember when Bluebell like killed 1 million people and Bluebell tried to like genocide Texas with listeria? Do you remember that?
oh yeah.
And do you remember what's crazy? Is nobody in Texas got too upset about it. Everybody in Texas was just complaining like that they wouldn't let us buy Bluebell. And I'm going, no, it's killing people. And they went, take the chances. Have you tasted the vanilla bean? I'll take the fucking chances. Which that's how, I mean, I don't think Bluebell's that great. Can I be honest? It's a Texas. Texans think Whataburger's great. Texans think Bluebell's great. Hate to break it to you, Texans. Ben and Jerry's fucking better all day, every day. I know you don't like them because they're gay, but that gay ice cream is some good ass fucking ice cream. Or Haagen-Dazs. Ralph, have you ever had Haagen-Dazs, Ralph?
No, I have not. Inform me.
You've never had Haagen-Dazs?
No, I have not.
Well, it's a good thing you haven't, because I almost had sex with Haagen-Dazs one time. Sometimes I'll walk past Haagen-Dazs in the freezer aisle and I'll look at it, and I don't know whether to eat it or to have sex with it. That's how good Haagen-Dazs is. It's fucking sexy good, dude. And so I'm supposed to get excited about fucking pecan praline Bluebell? No, dude. Hey, you know what Ben and Jerry's ice cream never did? It never tried to kill a bunch of people. I don't think Ben and Jerry's ice cream ever went on a murder spree the way Bluebell ice cream went on a murder spree. And yet everybody was going, why can't we get Bluebell? My mom, my saint of a mother, God bless her soul. I almost said God rest her soul. She's still alive. God bless her soul. My dear sweet mother was like, why can't I get the Bluebell? And I was like, you'll die from the Bluebell. I would really like their cotton candy. I like their Dr. Pepper Rocky Road. And you're like, it's killing people. It's worth a shot. But that is how I felt. The way people treated Bluebell is how I felt about COVID. I didn't care about the fucking 1% chance of death. Go fuck yourself. Hey, this is what I tell viruses. I'll get worried when you're delivering a 50% chance of death, okay? When we start hitting, because even Black Plague, Ralph, the Black Plague, are we supposed to be scared of the Black Plague? I think it was like 12 to 13% death. Do you know what that means, Ralph? 12 to 13% death?
Yeah, you'll probably end up okay,
87% fine. Okay? 13% death means 87% alive, which is like if you were playing the lottery and they were like, this has an 87% chance of winning, who's not playing that fucking lottery? But again, people make no sense. People will buy lottery tickets with a 1 in a million shot and they'll waste all their money on it like little lemmings, like feeding the government their money. Please take my money, government. Please take my money. Just promise me all the riches, government. Promise me all the riches of the world, and I'll forever be your slave. Take my money, government. Take my money. That's what the lottery people are. But then they hear that there's a 1% chance of death, which means 99%. They'll play the lottery with a 1% chance of winning, but if there's a 1% chance of death, no one's going outside, Ralph. No one's going out. Everybody's in their house, hunkered down, eating those bucket foods that all the preachers want to sell me. I don't know why the preachers always want to sell me bucket foods. I don't know why. Back in the day, preachers were more honest. They would rip you off in a more honest way. The televangelist would come to you and he would say, he would talk in tongues a little bit. He'd go, hibbity bobbity skibbity bobbity boop. He'd do a little scat, a little skibbity bobbity bing bing. And then you go, oh shit, he's fucking feeling the Holy Spirit. He'd go, skibbity boop, skibbity bobbity boop. And then he would say, and I swear to you, brothers and sisters and children of the Lord, and he'd be wiping his, like with a rag, always wiping, here's a plastic bag, but he'd be wiping all of his face the whole time. And he'd be skibbity bobbity boo. And then he'd go, I tell you that I know that God said, if you give me your money, he will give you more money. That's Johnny Cochran shit. You give me your money, God will give you more money. That's fucking Johnny Cochran shit. Which, by the way, glove did not fit. Right, Ralph? We both agree, right?
Yeah, we agree with that.
Or yes, we did. Ralph went on the record. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. And guess what? In a world of reasonable doubt, that is the only conclusion one can make. But the televangelists say, if you give me your money, the Lord will give you more money. And people did. And then he would send them. He'd also say, like, and I tell you what, I just sweat and bless this rag. I just bless this wash rag. And I will send you my blessed wash rags if you send me an extra $50. And people be like, I would like his wash rags. He seems holy. Didn't you hear how he went a skibbity boppity bibbity boop? Didn't you hear that? He is possessed with the Spirit of the Lord. I need to send him all my money. And now the modern televangelist, and this is going to get back to Maha, I'm promising you, the modern televangelist, though, is just trying to sell you. He's like saying, buy Blue Chew. And you're like, why am I watching a podcast about Jesus and Kirk Cameron is telling me that I need to have a fleshlight in my house? Like, what is that? Why is Kirk Cameron telling me to have a fleshlight and then telling me the story of Genesis? And why does everybody think I need to buy gold? I don't want any gold. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't want any gold, Ralph. It's a soft, worthless rock. It's really kind of an ugly, soft. It's malleable. You can just take gold and do you can make it disappear by doing this. You can eat it. It's not even like you can eat gold. They put it in Goldschlager. You ever heard of Goldschlager, Ralph?
Yeah.
It's literally got gold flakes in it. And
Yeah.
that's how abundant, by the way, that's how abundant gold is. Gold is so abundant that they will take the shavings of metal, and they will put it into a liquid, and humans will go, I've got gold in my intestines right now. How fucking special am I with the gold in my intestines? Well, I hate to tell you this, that's a shit metal. If that metal was worth it, try that with aluminum. Okay? Try putting aluminum scraps in your tequila and have a drink of aluminum scraps, because it's not going to end well. It's going to end with what's called internal bleeding. And that's how shitty gold is. You get no internal bleeding from gold. As a matter of fact, you can eat gold, you can shit it out, you can eat it again. And you just keep fucking going, just like with corn. It just comes right out the same as it went in, dude. Or a quarter, same fucking thing, dude. Same fucking thing.
That was a visual image. I don't think we need it, but that's okay.
What, recycling your own corn? Fuck it, dude. If people are recycling their corn, they're not good environmentalists. I'll tell you that right now. If you're not recycling your own corn, you are easily killing the planet. You're killing the planet. You need to stop. You're really kind of a bad person. Ralph, do you believe the planet is on fire, or do you disagree? Agree or disagree? Is the planet on fire?
I believe there's something to the global warming effect. Yeah.
Metaphorically, also on fire, I think. I think it's on fire two ways. Like if this was an episode of Chopped, this would be fire two ways, and Alton Brown would take a bite and he'd go, little sour. Did it turn? Did it go bad? What happened to the dish? And you'll tell people what happened to the dish is everybody became a grifter. It became a grifter, which brings us back to Maha. I hate big pharma. I hate big anything. I hate big Sesame Street. I hate big public broadcasting. I hate big telephone pole. I wish big payphone still existed. I would do anything for big beeper to return. However, I hate big. All kinds. But what Maha did, which I hate, is Maha said, which I agree with, which is don't take poison and put it in your body. I agree with that. Do not put poison in your body. But the weird thing was, just like the televangelist and all these other grifters we're talking about, Maha then went, by the way, if you want to cure your diarrhea, I have some vitamin shit, peptide shit, something that you can inject. It may or may not be legal. I think I got it from Portugal. It's made from the guano of bats. However, it will give you a rock hard boner, and it will make your brain grow 300 times, and your neurosynapses will be fired at such a high rate of speed, your brain will become Vin Diesel in the movie Fast and Furious. And people hear that and they go, I would like to be Vin Diesel in the movie Fast and Furious, because who wouldn't like to be Vin Diesel in the movie Fast and Furious? I saw the movies. Have you seen the movies, Ralph? Have you seen the Fast and Furious movies?
Yeah, I've seen probably not all of them, but I've seen like bits and pieces of all of them, and like the worst of them I think was the Tokyo Drift one. I think, yeah.
Oh, Tokyo Drift was amazing. Watch your mouth. Watch your fucking mouth, Ralph. I'll smack the fucking shit out your fucking face if you keep that up. No, Tokyo Drift introduces us to two characters. It introduces us to Ludacris. Okay, this is where we get Ludacris. Now, Ludacris, when he appears in Tokyo Drift, Ludacris is sorry. He's just a rap guy. He's like a guy, you know, the guy that he like hosts races. He hosts races. That's all he does. And then that's his whole thing in the whole movie. And he kind of raps. He kind of does a rap thing, and then he hosts races. That's Ludacris in Fast and Furious 3, Tokyo Drift. Now, by Fast and Furious 9, he's goddamn a hacker. He's Edward Snowden. He's breaking into WikiLeaks. He's Julian Assange. He becomes Julian Assange in space. By Fast 9, he is in space, a cosmonaut who understands how to, like, circumnavigate the moon. But he started as a rap guy. That's how beautiful these Fast and Furious movies are. It shows that we can all change and we can all grow. We all have growth in us. We all have potential in us. And then we also get introduced in Tokyo Drift to Han Solo, who dies in Tokyo Drift. He dies. The big ending of Tokyo Drift is this character who is the only good character in the movie, actually, Han Solo. It was named after, that's how lazy the writing is, named after Han Solo from Star Wars. They just said, he's Asian, call him Han. And they're like, what should his last name be? Fuck it, Han Solo. We're just stealing shit at this point. We're lazy.
There you go. Yeah.
So that's how it's so fucking lazy. But here's the crazy thing. Fast 5. Han Solo is dead in Fast 3. Fast 5, we get resurrected zombie Jesus Han Solo. He has a resurrection. He gets resurrected, and then he makes it all the way to the 10th movie, and then he dies again. So Han Solo had a second coming. He was the Messiah of the Fast and Furious movies. And nobody talks about how he just reappeared. It's crazy. It's fucking great. That's what the Fast and Furious can do. You can kill people. You can resurrect them. You can go to space if you want to go to space in a car. In Fast and Furious 7, the greatest scene in a movie ever. I agree with this. This is the greatest scene ever been made in a movie. There's no better scene ever than this fucking one scene. And it is Vin Diesel and Paul Walker are in like a stolen Saudi Arabian hot rod, okay? And they drive it Ralph. They do like a thing where they kind of look at each other like, we doing this the easy way or the hard way? And then Paul Walker's like, family, dude, we always do it the hard way, which I respect. I live my life the hard way. But then they like hard way. And they like bump knuckles. And what the hard way means is we're going to drive out of a skyscraper. We're going to drive purposefully out of, not through, not down the stairs. We're going to drive out of it. We're going to drive through the glass. We're going to drive where you would fall, where any other person would fall. Not Paul Walker and Vin Diesel, because here's the trick, just like the speed bus, you hit that NOS. You hit that NOS right before gravity comes to the thing. Hit that NOS. Fuck. Ralph, hold on. Don't hang up. Ralph, I'm back.
Okay.
Ralph, this is going to be a second. That might happen a few more times. Just hang tight with me. I'll explain later. Okay.
OnlyFans.
They hit the NOS right before they hit gravity. And Ralph, I swear to God, on my mother's life, they fly from one skyscraper they actually don't even go up. Like, at least in speed, the bus went up. You saw it kind of do a ramp. Fast and Furious, instead of the ramp, the bus did this in speed, because the speed respected at least the idea of physics, right? It respected the idea that physics exists. So the bus did one of these. Well, in Fast and Furious, my friend, between two skyscrapers, we just do a steady, like it's almost like a plane just flying by, and they land They crash through the glass of another skyscraper and land and spin around and in. They might have done 3 skyscrapers, whatever it was. They safely land. They safely land the plane, and it was unbelievable, Ralph. And when I was watching this, Ralph, when I saw this the first time, I did like the thing in Def Comedy Jam where the African American stand-up comedy audience stands up out of their chair and runs around the room and laughs and slaps everybody in the face. I did that. When I saw that happen, I was watching it with my family on Thanksgiving, and I stood up, and I first laughed for about 30 minutes. Just laughed for about 30 minutes. I was the happiest I've ever been. And I've had children. And I've been married multiple times. It was the happiest I've ever been in my life when fucking that happened. I laughed for 30 minutes like the Buddha laugh, like a laugh of nirvana. I entered nirvana. I had completed all the life cycles, entered nirvana, was reincarnated 1,000 times, corrected every wrong I ever made in my life, did all the amends in the 12 steps. I lived 70,000 lives in that 30 minutes. And then I went around the room to my family, slapping them in the face, just one at a time. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? And they were like, why are you slapping us? This is not called for. This is inappropriate. It's Thanksgiving. And I said, they did that. And they went, what? And I said, did you see the skyscraper thing? And they said, yeah, it was Fast and Furious, dude. And I said, this world does not respect anything anymore, Ralph. I was so disappointed. Okay. And and by the way, because they didn't understand the beauty of the moment, I did one more round of slaps. I just walked around, slapped them all in the face another time. I said, fuck you guys. You don't get it. I'm going to my room. I'm thinking I'm going to cry to my poster of Vin Diesel. I'm going to say 7 Hail Marys. And I did. I said 7 Hail Marys.
Yeah, you were doing the
I hate to say this. I've made sacrifices to him. You want me to say I haven't? I'm okay. I haven't. Fingers crossed. I've never made sacrifices to Vin Diesel. Never. I've never taken a goat and put him on an altar to Vin Diesel. Never happened, Ralph. Ralph, this episode should be called Interrogating Ralph. Ralph, here's the question for you. Have you ever, Ralph, you're under oath. Ralph, are you under oath?
Sure.
Ralph, are you under oath? Ralph, did I lose Ralph? Did I scare Ralph so much?
I'm good. You got me? You don't have me?
Ralph, your voice is gone. Did you mute me? Did you mute yourself? Did your mic die?
Let me look at it here.
Ralph, you can't leave me on this by myself. Because I'll tell you right now, Ralph, I'm already ranting. I already did a goat thing. Shouldn't have done that. I already did. I shouldn't have done that. And you're leaving me hanging because something worse is going to come out. You leave me hanging, something bad is going to happen, dude. Like I'm already up. No, Ralph has disappeared completely. All right, guys, you want to talk about the Huxtables? Should we fucking talk about that?
I'm back. Okay. I'm here to save the show. I'm here to save the show from fire and cannons and everything else. I don't know where that was going to go, but I don't think it was going to go in a good direction.
It never does. Ralph, this is your show. Okay? This is your show. You got to rein this shit in, dude. This is out of control. Okay,
yeah.
Ralph, are you under oath? Ralph? Are you under oath?
Yeah, I am. As far as I am. As far as the program goes, I'm down.
You're under oath. You've sworn an allegiance to truth. As a person who's sworn allegiance to truth, I do have to ask you, have you ever made any sacrifices to Vin Diesel?
I have not. But
interesting.
But he wasn't in all of the movies, right? He missed one or two, I think. And I think that the for me, that's
Ralph, Ralph, hold on. Ralph, are you throwing shade on my Lord and Savior Vin Diesel, dude? Come on, dude.
A little bit of a slacker. Then he didn't make all.
I will excommunicate you. I will excommunicate you from the Church of Vin Diesel. I swear to God, Ralph, I've done it before. I will. Okay, Ralph, have you ever made any sacrifices to any celebrities?
No, I don't believe so.
Have you ever even made a sacrifice, Ralph?
I mean, if you call, I mean, I get, Lent is a sacrifice time, yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. Let's pretend. Let's pretend that's a big sacrifice. Let's pretend yours didn't involve taking 7 chickens' lives. Okay. Let's pretend that yours. What was your sacrifice? I gave up soda for 40 days. Okay, what a sacrifice. Hey, what did I do? There's 17 chickens don't exist anymore. I'll tell you that right now. 17. It was not an easy. It was a tough outing. I'll tell you that. I didn't
Maybe
like
we
it.
ought to do. Maybe for Lent next year, we ought to do you just vanish for our social media and stuff. And I don't know how we would make that work, but we can make it work somehow. I don't know.
You want me to vanish?
No, I mean not literally, but just I think it'd be a fun.
Ralph, if you're trying to have an excuse to get me off the fucking show already, like I'll leave, dude. I'll fucking hang up right now. But no, I think for Lent. By the way, I like Lent. Ralph, I am an underground Catholic. Did you know I'm an underground Catholic?
Yeah. You think you were I think you said 10% last week or something like that.
No, I'm 90% underground Catholic. I'm 10% Scientology.
Oh, okay. I got the numbers off.
Yeah, you got the numbers off, Ralph. But I might say right now also, I was thinking about it today. I might be starting to believe in aliens again, Ralph. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, okay, a little behind the scenes there. I'm talking to someone that's claimed to have UFO sightings, and I'm trying to.
What?
Yeah.
For the show? They're gonna come on the show?
Yeah. I'm trying to book them. We're in communication as we speak. So,
dude, Ralph, I cannot wait, Ralph, because I'm telling you, dude, I'm starting to. I was an alien atheist for a while, and then I was talking to my first ex-wife again. We talk a lot. We're friends now, and she was telling me about this guy got abducted, and I read about his abduction, and it really kind of was mysterious, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I was thinking about it, I was like, I think I don't like aliens. Because I don't like alien people, really. It's the same reason I like poetry. I write poetry. But do you know the last person I want to talk to in this world, Ralph? A fucking poet. That's the last person. If somebody tells me they write poetry, I think, ugh. And yet, I write poetry. You know what I'm saying? I'm a self-hating poet. I'm a bit of a self-hating poet. And a bit of a self-hating alien believer, I think,
Yeah. I mean, I would like to vanish on social media myself, but I'm so connected to it and locked into it that I just, couldn't do it.
That's an excuse for being addicted to it, Ralph. You're saying you're addicted to it. You're saying it's a drug that you enjoy doing and you want to continue to do.
And we did get some reaction from the last episode, on the Scientology thing. When you were talking about where they keep asking you
the auditing. It's the auditing, Ralph. It's the auditing.
Yeah, the auditing, and they were like, oh, that sounds like some brainwashing stuff to me. So, do you want to reply to our commenter? We have a commenter now.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that, and I don't care. If you want to fucking whatever, you can post this in the comments. Put this video in the comments of this fucker, and I'll tell that fucker. What do you say? What the fucker say? What that fucker said? As a reply to this fucking guy, or gal, or non-binary, we accept all. We accept all. Guy, gal, they, them, us, we, our, how, why, how now, brown cow. I tell you this. You did not understand what I was saying. I was speaking of the shape and structure of Scientology. It is not brainwashing. You have been brainwashed to be scared of the Scientologists. And what I tell you is there are regular blue-collar, mom-and-pop Scientologists in this world, in this country, who work hard every day like you do for their paychecks, who have a hard time affording eggs like you do, who hate the gas prices like you do. And the only difference between you and them is they have something that's basically kind of for a guy that hated therapy and a community that hates therapy. Scientologists are basically just doing therapy. That's all it is. It's a reframing device. I wish it was more Jungian. I'm a Jungian. It's the kind of Freud shit. However, it helps people. And that is what I'm saying. It helps people. Like you. I don't know what you like or not like. Maybe you like just making comments. Maybe that's your thing. But whatever it is, whatever you like, fucking you do you. I support you and I love that. But also support them and love them. There's no brainwashing. The only brainwashing is from the construct, and you're a fucking slave to it. The mere fact that when you're a Scientologist, you say, brainwashing. That's so fucking simpleton thinking. You're basically don't you can post that now, Ralph. That's good. That's good to go.
Isn't that exciting though? You had a commenter.
Remember when I got to fight with the fucking Rush Army, Ralph?
Yeah.
The Rush Army, because the Rush Army, I'll say it again. Neil Peart, if you ask somebody this question, Ralph, there's certain things. If you ask people certain things, you know if they're a smart person or a dumb person. So if you ask somebody like, what is your favorite movie? And they say something that's very like Casablanca or Gone with the Wind or Clockwork Orange or some Oscar-winning, Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is what you have to tell these people. Fuck you, you're lying. It's like Freddy Got Fingered or something. Like, that's really your favorite fucking movie. Like, nobody's favorite movie is the best movie. The best movies are rewatchable. Meatballs with Bill Murray is one of the greatest movies of all time because you can watch it literally 32 times in a row. 32 times in a row. And fucking fine every time. So the same way as, like, the people say that is also a giveaway for the unintelligent. When people say, if you were to say, who's the best drummer? And they go, oh, Neil Peart. And they always say Peart because they want to get it. Because most people pronounce it Pert. Like, that's what people would say, most normal people. Most people just read it, they think it's Pert. But the fucking erudite assholes who want to go, it's Peart. It's like the people who say, like, you ever been with like a Hispanic person, but they've been in America their whole life, so they talk like you and me. They no accent, okay? Ralph, you're one of these people. Ralph, you're Hispanic. You have no accent, okay? But imagine but then every time you go to get a banana, okay, you go to get a banana, I'm hanging out with you, I go, Ralph, and I love these too. By the way, Ralph, I love a banana. A banana is 19 cents, and it will fill your belly. A cucumber is 49 cents. It will fill your belly. A tomato's around 32 cents. It will fill your belly. If you're not eating raw vegetables every day, if you're not consuming raw fruits and vegetables every day, you are you're poisoning yourself. You're robbing yourself. You don't even understand the value of chewing. You understand nothing. So why am I dressing up, Ralph? I'm on the attack mode tonight. Why am I in the attack mode? I'm so attacked with everything. I know it's personal. I'm going through some personal shit. I think this is actually helping me. This is my therapy. So
yeah, it's like a therapy. Yeah.
Same way as these people say. I
kind of got a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead and finish, and we'll get to my thing in a minute.
Okay, well, let me finish with Neil Peart, and then you can do your thing. So, when somebody says
bring
Neil
out
Peart,
the Rush Army, bring them out.
Well, fuck the Rush Army. Hey, Rush Army, your band sucks. Who cares if it's fucking 17, 16 time signatures? Fucking Geddy Lee's voice sucks a dick. Neil Peart's okay, but he's not fucking John Bonham. You know what Rush didn't have? Rush didn't have balls. Johnny Rotten had more balls in his left testicle than fucking all of the Rush Army combined. You ballless people. You people with no testicles who just like math rock. I get it. Math is cool. But you know what's cooler than math? Fucking rock and roll, bitch. That's what I say to the Rush Army. That's what I say to the Rush Army. Tell me more people to deliver messages to you, Ralph. I'll do this all night long. What do you want to ask me?
Okay. My thing is, like, I learned today that most people suck.
Most people suck?
Yeah, like, okay, so you've ever, like, you know how you have, like, that, you have, like, a friend or somebody that, like, or somebody, that, like, they consider you family, like, hey, you're family, and then, like,
yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna light it. Keep talking. Tell me the story. I'm gonna light an incense. I'm setting you down, lighting an incense. Keep talking.
Okay. So they tell you, hey, you're family. Like you're like a son to me. You're like a, whatever. And then they pass away, right? They pass away, and then you go to their service and everything. And some family will be like, hey, we know how much you care for this person or whatever. Come join us in the family section. It's like, Okay, I mean, are you sure? Because I mean, I can sit in the back, no problem, you know. Or you get some people that are like, well, you know, we know how much they cared for you, but like you're not on our level, so like don't you know don't hang around or whatever. And then they have the big barbecue afterward, and you're left out of it, and it's like what the deal? Like,
Well, you were set, Ralph, and I had to remove the jacket. I apologize. I'm sure it was not you fucking Ralph. You were set up for failure, dude. You were set up for failure. You were set up for failure because whoever invited you, they made the mistake. You weren't family. You shouldn't have been sitting in the family section. That is true. But you got invited. So like at a funeral, usually the reason you're there is for the family. So somebody tells you something at a funeral, you kind of are gonna do it. You were set up for fucking failure. Whoever did that was in the wrong. Whoever invited you was in the wrong. And then whoever got mad at you for it was also in the wrong. And also, you were in the wrong because you should have been sitting in the fucking family section. So honestly, if you're asking me, a lot of fuck ups here, Ralph. A lot of fuck ups left and right here, dude. Everybody was fucking up on this one, dude. But I do get what you're saying about not being to the barbecue or whatever. There is some truth. Okay, people think you're family, but not one or two people in the family might think you're family. So my best friend Cyril and his family, they would say he's family. But
yeah,
when I say they, that's primarily Cyril would say
yeah,
he's family. And occasionally his mom, possibly, and his grandmother. But if he has his brother, no, I'm not family. I'm not fucking family. I fucking ruined his wedding recently. I'm not fucking family. You ask his fucking dad. His dad would say, I'm a friend, but I'm not fucking family because his dad understands family's blood, right? He understands, which is actually family. Blood is family. And it's like,
yeah,
you could almost like lose we almost think family's like more important than friendship, but really friendship is an elevated relationship over family because friendship
yeah,
is a voluntary relationship. There's no force in fucking friendship. Friendship only exists as long as Ralph still likes to talk to me and as long as I still like to talk to Ralph. That's the only way it exists. If ever you change your mind about that, there's nothing I can do to change that. If ever
yeah,
I change my mind about it, there's nothing you can do to change that. And yet here we are, what, fucking Ralph, a decade now still? A decade, motherfucker?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
yet here we are. So it's like we have, whatever it was, our two little monkey brains enjoy talking to each other, and that's friendship. And friendship is really based on this idea of tribe. And tribe comes from our nomadic times when we were hunter-gatherer peoples and we wandered this earth, much like the beautiful Palestinian people did, who then got their land stolen from them and then told that they didn't own it because they didn't put up fences because the Eastern European people and all European people are obsessed with borders and fences. That's the same way with fucking blood. Family is a border. Family is a thing you don't have a choice. Like I'm American. I'm celebrating 250 right now, but I have no choice in my Americanness. I was born into this country. So I can do one of two, not one of two things. That's very binary, but there's a few options on the plate as somebody born into a place. You can hate it. You can be fine with it. You can not think about it much. You can love it. There's a lot of options. I think about 90% of people, meaning like I talk about this shit all the time. I think a lot of what I call like mushniks, like regular, like the flower shop, small time owner. I've dated women like this. They don't think about anything really other than just like kind of like, I like eating, ice cream at night. I like watching a good show. I like a comfortable couch. Like there's a lot of people who are just kind of living. They're just kind of living. And in a
Yeah,
way, it's a beautiful thing because they're not caught up in abstraction. They're not caught up, but they're very much caught up in illusion, but not abstraction. They're very much in the present and real world. That's most people. I love this country because I choose to. Yet I had no choice of this country. That is family. You can choose to embrace it. You can be indifferent towards it. You can get the fuck away from those people. But it's a relationship it's bound by things beyond your control. Yet with friendship is nothing but consensual. It is nothing but voluntary. And if you're lucky in your life to have a few good friends, that's tribe. And if you have tribe, suddenly like a lot of the it's not like you're never not lonely, right? But it's also like you're never when you're with your friends and your friends say, "Come sit on the friend side." nobody in the friend side is going to be looking at you saying, why is he here? Right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're there with your friends. And so that's an elevated relationship. Friendship's even more elevated than like a marriage, because a marriage is still at some point becomes, we sign a legal document, like when you sign a legal document. So it's almost like more beautiful, like relationships that are like, we've been together for 30 years, but we never got really a hitch. To me, that's a
Yeah.
beautiful relationship, because that's like you guys just voluntarily just kept choosing each other over and over and over again. And at this point in my, not to be personal about my dating life or what I'm looking for, but I know for a fact that is that relationships of all sorts, of any type, have to be like friendships,
Yeah.
always voluntary, never forced, never guilt, never manipulation. And it's weird because I put you through some shit, Ralph. I know I have. I got you fucked up in San Antonio, had you puking off a fucking bridge, dude. Like, that wasn't cool of me. I don't know if you enjoyed that or didn't enjoy that. My guess is you didn't enjoy that at all. And yet, there we are. We did it. And yet here, like, despite that, I'm doing shitty shit to you. We've maintained our friendship. Because,
Yeah.
like, it's like, and you have been told by people, what the fuck are you doing talking to this guy, dude? But
I have. That's right.
I know. Everyone at some point associates with me has to address the question of, why are we still talking to that fucker?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, hungover at the Alamo was not the greatest time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure it wasn't. Hey, rest assured, Ralph, I was also puking on the Riverwalk that night, okay? Rest assured, we were in that. I didn't leave you alone on that boat. I went with you on that trip, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember, I was so ashamed too. I remember looking down. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm puking into the Riverwalk off a bridge where the gondolas go by and shit, right? And there
Yeah.
are shoppers and kids and fucking people eating dinner on a terrace, and everybody's looking at me as I'm just going,
Oh man.
I ruined those fuckers nights for sure. Or probably in a lot of ways, it's like everything's 50-50. Some people probably hated it. Some people, greatest fucking moment of their fucking night, dude.
Yeah, some
Luckily,
people
that was 2013, 14, 15. That was 2013, 14, 15, somewhere around there. And
Yeah.
it was before everyone, when something would happen in public, would get their fucking phones out and film it,
Yeah. We missed a viral moment. We could have had a viral moment.
No, we didn't miss shit, Ralph. I don't fucking leave the house these days, fucking. All there are is cameras out. Ralph, you walk outside, all there are is fucking cameras. It's a fucking surveillance state, dude. It's a goddamn surveillance state. And people are just flicking like D to D to D. And that's how I know. You know how you know when videos are fake? Like that fucking weird bison snuff film I got shown? If it was real, Ralph, it was a murder, okay? If it was real, it was a guy getting killed by a buffalo. Big fucking if, it was real. Didn't look real at all. Looked very fucking fake. Didn't make even sense. The way the whole thing played out was like a Benny Hill sitcom. And yet, the internet and the way people are desensitized to shit is they think it's real because they're fucking dumb. And then, beyond thinking it's real, they fucking like they don't care that someone died. Like someone's fucking dead. Like, should we? You know what? I hate to fucking be this guy. I hate to fucking be this guy. But it's like when Lindsey Graham fucking died, dude, and all these fucking haters fucking out there just like laughing and making fun of him, dude. It reminded me of the day Charlie Kirk died. And I consider myself a goddamn fucking left of fucking center for sure guy. I'm fucking liberal. I consider myself. I've never rejoiced in death ever, Ralph. I don't rejoice in death. I'm a pacifist. I'm a fucking pacifist. Even though that's unrealistic and it can't be true, I have to be a pacifist. You got to not have harm. You can't be putting harm into this fucking world. There's enough harm out there all fucking ready. So when I see death, I do not rejoice. I didn't rejoice when Osama died. I didn't rejoice when Saddam died. I cried when they killed Gaddafi. I cried because that was a good fucking man they took out. And I know people don't believe that shit. But I tell you right now, people are complicated and fucked up. But nobody
Yeah.
ever tried harder than Gaddafi for his people. Nobody. And I fucking will get. And you know what? The one group of people, Ralph, if I get an Uber driver and they're from Africa, you know what? The one thing I can fucking tell them, Ralph, I can go, hey, what do you think about Gaddafi? And they go, I love Gaddafi. And I go, I love him too. And then we talk about how great Gaddafi is for 20 minutes. It's one of my
Mutual,
favorite things.
mutual encounter. Yeah.
One of my favorite things is an Uber driver with an African where I can talk about a fucking Gaddafi in a positive way for 20 minutes, dude. Because I love Gaddafi. I love him. Like, he fucking did. Okay, can I just tell you, Ralph, one thing he did? Can I tell you one thing he did was so cool? Okay.
Go for it.
It's 1996. And it's fucking Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. Now, Louis Farrakhan is a controversial American figure because Louis Farrakhan became the leader of the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam was, oddly enough, founded by a Middle Eastern guy called Wallace Fard Muhammad. And Wallace Fard Muhammad, who founded the Nation of Islam, actually was a vacuum cleaner salesman that kind of showed up out of nowhere on July 4th in the 30s. Like, showed up out of nowhere July 4th in Detroit in the 30s. Was selling people vacuums, and then he'd say, hey, let me teach you about Islam. And the way he would teach them about Islam, because nobody had a Quran, is he would teach them about Islam through the Bible. He would have Bible studies with Christians in Detroit in poor African-American neighborhoods where he was trying to sell them vacuums. And in 4 years, he built up a following of 30,000 plus people who fucking became the Nation of Islam, who were believers essentially in aliens. It was like they believed in flying saucers before the flying saucer even came in the 50s. Wallace Fard Muhammad described aliens in a flight, like the little green men, the flying saucer. The beautiful Wallace Fard Muhammad described, and by the way, Ralph, you should fucking clip all this shit because people need to talk about the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam is amazing. So fucking, he fucking shows up. He gets this following of 30,000 people, teaches them Islam. Some weird shit happens where somebody almost gets killed in some kind of ritual sacrifice, which he had nothing to do with, and the cops let him go. But it did happen. It was really weird and creepy. And so it kind of tainted it. Long story short is this guy gets his following, builds a fucking religion, and then disappears July 4th, 4 years later to the dot. It was like he fucking came and went on July 4th, 4 years later, July 4th, boom. 444. I don't know what that means. I don't know numerology. That's probably something. 444 is probably something. But
I hear angel numbers. I hear angel numbers.
Maybe so. Maybe we should be playing those. Maybe we should go play the lottery with those numbers right now. Maybe that's what I should be doing. All I'm saying is and then he disappears. And the FBI couldn't find him. There's no trace of him. We don't know when he was actually born. We don't know where he came from or where he went. He arrived like an alien. He spoke about aliens. He converted 30,000 people to his alien religion and disappeared. And if that's not a fucking alien, fucking please somebody tell me what's not. It's a fucking alien. And no one talks about it. No one. These goddamn internet people want to talk to me about Pizza Gate for fucking 8 hours. I don't care about your Tartarian kings. Can you explain to me what the fuck is this Wallace Fard Muhammad guy? What was that? What was that? It's the craziest thing, Ralph. So, okay. So then later on, now this always happens though. There's one guy who starts a religion, and then there's a follower who next levels it, okay? There's a guy that starts it. Think Joseph Smith in Mormonism. And then there's a guy who kind of like in the Nation of Islam, and his name's like the Eli or something. And Eli is the guy who, Elijah Muhammad is his name, Elijah Muhammad. And Elijah Muhammad starts writing this fucking whole story that Wallace Fard Muhammad never said. Elijah Muhammad writes about like this alien called like Zorban or something. And Zorban, his whole thing is to come kill all the white men. It becomes all about killing all the white men. And so that's the whole religion about killing white men, which is kind of cool. Let's be honest. It's pretty fucking cool. So then it's pretty fucking cool. So then it's like an alien who wants to kill white people. That's their religion. Later on, after Elijah Muhammad, who turns out was, like a lot of preachers, really just using his cult as an excuse to have a lot of very illicit sex with people he shouldn't have been sleeping with, a lot of bad shit, a lot of really bad shit. he got caught doing all that, which is why Malcolm X left the Nation of Islam. Believe it or not, this is true. Malcolm X, who was a part of this religion, left the Nation of Islam because Elijah Muhammad was doing Epstein shit, which he was doing Epstein shit. Again, rich guys all do Epstein shit. This is not surprising, you Pizzagate morons. So fucking anyway. Malcolm X joins actual Islam because he takes a pilgrimage to Mecca, and he sees the beauty of the nation, not the Nation of Islam. He sees the beauty of the actual Islam in the Middle East, in Mecca, which is their holy land, and it's a beautiful story. And he writes this letter, and you can read this letter Malcolm X wrote, where he says, like, I saw all men of every kind. I saw rich men and poor men, and I saw blacks and whites unified, and Arabs, and every man of every kind, every woman of every kind. And we were united by the universal God, which is really what Islam is about, is the universal God that loves us all. Islam tells us that is the God that is one God for everyone, though. Not a Christian God or a Jewish God or a Muslim God. One God for us all. And that's the beauty of the message of Islam. And so he converts all the way to real Islam. And he writes this beautiful letter, and he comes back and he starts railing. He goes on like Meet the Press. He's just railing against Elijah Muhammad. And it's very possible that because of this, he got killed by the Nation of Islam. He got murdered, assassinated, but not assassinated by Martin Luther King. He got assassinated by the people that viewed him as that betrayed him. The Nation of Islam essentially killed him, assassinated him, because he went to the real Islam and was preaching the beauty of that message and was fucking up their cult. So later on, Louis Farrakhan takes over. And Louis Farrakhan in 1996 has a Nation of Islam conference in Chicago. And he invites Gaddafi to be the keynote speaker. We're back at Gaddafi. So by the way, we just went from like 1930 to 1996. That was like 66 years I just came in. So then 1996, Nation Islam Conference.
I'm still here. I'm gonna go off for some
Are you taking a piss, Ralph? What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you taking a piss?
I can hear you.
Are you taking a piss?
Possibly.
Okay, fuck it. Anyway.
I can hear you from.
Ralph, don't clip that part. Don't clip that part at all. So anyway, at the Nation of Islam conference, Gaddafi's invited the keynote speaker, and Gaddafi basically says to the black people of the United States, he says they have betrayed you time and time again, from slavery to segregation to promising you reparations and never delivering, from using the 13th Amendment to put you in jail, from causing the crack epidemic. I mean, he blames the white man the way the white man deserves. He blames them. And by the way, I'm saying white man like I'm not a white. What the fuck am I, right? Like, this is what I am too, right? So I'm like maybe a self-hating. Maybe the message of all this, I'm a very self-hating person. So anyway, so he fucking says that he wants to send. He's going to send. He doesn't say he wants to. He says he's sending like 4,000 rifles and a bunch of money so that the black people of America can get armed and rise up and retake the country from the white man. That's what Gaddafi said. That's what he said, dude. And I was like, you fucking go, Gaddafi. You go, dude. And then he went to the UN once in 2010 where he had an actual tent. And Trump rented him the space. Trump rented him the space in Central Park to put his tent when he was at the UN meeting at the Security Council. And he got to give his speech. Like, Gaddafi's greatest moment was his UN speech, because he calls out the UN for basically being an ethnocentric, hegemonic, fucking Western alliance of European and American powers that don't give a fuck about any of the other peoples of the world. They hate all minorities. It's just a bunch of fucking Illuminati, fucking, again, white motherfuckers, patriarchy motherfuckers, who sit around fucking smoking cigars and kind of putting dildos in each other's asses, because they're all kind of gay for some reason. I don't know why, but they're all kind of fucking gay. And it's the weirdest thing that they are. It's very weird. They just I think they like to play that game where they try to touch each other's balls and they're like pretending like they're trying to hit each other, but really it's not a hit. They coddle them for a minute. So anyway, the point is Gaddafi gives this UN speech, and he essentially calls it the UN for what it is, and he starts tearing up the charter as he reads every violation of the charter. He's like, and then they said this was the foundation. Well, that doesn't mean shit anymore, and they tore the page out. And he's saying, well, then they said this, and that doesn't mean shit anymore, tore the fucking page out. For 3 hours or whatever. This guy goes on a fucking 3-hour speech, just totally running the light, totally taking the room over, totally being disrespectful to everyone, and just fucking calling the UN out on all its bullshit. And essentially, he's standing up for all the middle powers and all the countries that we look at that don't get respect. People don't even know the country Eritrea exists, Ralphie. They don't even know. People don't know the country Somaliland exists. They only know about Somalia, but not Somaliland. People don't know why Chinese Taipei is a flag at the Olympics. Like this world is so much bigger than Europe and these United States, Ralph. Don't you know that, Ralphie?
Oh yeah.
So much bigger. And
It's a giant. There's something more bigger than all of us, and yeah.
But we're all kind of these dumb monkey humans pretending like we're bigger than we are, but like there's no real difference. Again, when you think about the shape and structure of the human, there's no real difference between the North Korean and the Virginian, with the exception the North Korean hasn't had food in 3 years. That's the one exception. Someone should give those people food, and that's why I don't trust. That's why I don't trust any Western liberalism either, because everyone wants to like scream for Palestine. Where are the same people screaming for the North Koreans, Ralph? Where are they? No one talks about the North Koreans. We all ignore it, and it's the biggest crime that continues to exist. And they have nuclear weapons, which was real smart. And you got to give the Kim family, you got to respect the Kim family. They knew if they got nukes, no one will fuck with them. That is how you're safe in this world. And I know we don't have to go back into nukes, Ralph. We will not go back into nukes because I did that last week. But it's
That
like,
was a wild. That was a wild.
well, dude, I noticed, Ralph. By the way, I noticed you cut my whole Second Amendment rant out. You cut that fucker out, dude.
Oh, but
you cut. That was like we went like an hour and 20, and the podcast was like 35 minutes when you released it. You cut like an hour of me just yelling at people with guns out. You were like, this does not. By the way, it's why it's not my show, Ralph. I respect that. I need that sometimes. Anything you think's got to go has got to go.
It's a little different when you're like attacking stuff. But when you're calling like individuals, like you're saying, like you're this if you do this, or you're that if you do that, it's like I don't know. You want to attack a certain,
Oh, I was like, you thought I was vilifying a group of people or something?
Yeah, you're like if you shoot someone, you're a pussy.
Oh yeah, well I mean, I did say that. And now we're repeating. But well, yeah, it's fine. But
now we're just. Now we're just doing a little inception that didn't happen. That didn't happen, but
Yeah, well, this is very meta. This is a whole very meta thing that's happening right now.
Yeah,
with it.
And you were throwing, yeah.
By the way, Ralph, I have this idea. That I'd like to try sometime, where we go and we do a podcast from the comment section of a YouTube video, where you just you keep embedding the link to our live stream into the YouTube comments. But during the show, we're commenting on the YouTube comments. So we're kind of just talking about the comments, but you're posting the link in the comment section. So the people in the comment section click our link and end up watching our show about their comment section while they're commenting. It's like a whole circular thing. I have this whole idea worked out, dude. I think it'd be very fun, kind of confusing. I think it'd be a little confusing. Very fun. I think it'd be almost psychedelic feeling to a certain degree. And so I'm looking. I think we should do that sometime, Ralph. A podcast from the comment section about the comment section.
That sounds like a fun idea.
Because these days, that's all people are doing these days is like react. Like all podcasts these days seem to be is just people watching reaction videos of reaction videos. Like used to be they reacted to videos. Now they don't react to videos. Now they react to reactions of videos. And then sometimes there's a group of people who look at those reactions and go, that's clearly wrong. They clearly murdered someone. And so then they accuse that other group of people of murder. And so on one side of the internet, there's people reacting to reaction videos. And then on the second side of the internet, there's a lot of a murder mystery investigations going about the people reacting to the reaction videos. So one group is investigating the other group, while the other group is reacting to the other group. So one's reacting, one's investigating, and somehow between all of them, they form this very weird circle where they keep eating. It's like a snake eating its own tail. It's a very
Yeah.
Ouroboros thing. That's what's going on right now. There's the sleuths investigating the reaction people, and the reaction people reacting to the investigators, and they keep going, and the layers keep getting deeper. And I think at some point I'm going to be watching a reaction video to a reaction video about the murder investigation, but really about the reaction to the murder investigation from a reaction video. That's where I think this is all headed, Ralph. And I think at some point, and this is what I love about our show, Ralph, is we're talking about three people, and I think that's going to be one day talking to three people is going to be like the new Joe Rogan, Ralph. We're playing the long game, okay? Because one day, at some point, it's only going to be people talking to decimals of bots. It's going to be people talking to like 0.3% of a bot. If you and me have three people we're talking to, that's going to be like a million. That's going to be, we're going to be the next. If we can keep this audience of three people with us, dude, if we can keep them with us for about 3 to 5 years, I think, when the audiences get so small that Candace Owens is only talking to decimals, when Candace Owens is only talking to decimals, then our three people, Ralph, do you understand how big we are then?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Then, Ralph, if we get that big, Ralph, if we get that big to have three people in the future 5 years from now, then, Ralph, I will consent to doing the Blue Chew commercials. I will start doing the Blue Chew commercials.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna be huge but not having to change. Stay with three people, but just keep the three people, and then one day you are Joe Rogan. That's how it works.
Yeah, like I said, I don't like to take stuff out, but sometimes when a certain group is being
Ralph, you do what you see fit, Ralph. I'd rather my friend that I trust censor me than the goddamn government. Okay. So, Ralph, you do what you think because I trust you. I trust you. You know when I'm saying some shit I don't need to be saying, okay? I trust you. Do what you need to do. I take no offense. I don't trust anything I say, okay? I trust nothing I say.
Yeah.
So, do what you need to do, sir.
Yeah, it's like you said I'm not a violent person, but I talked about 20 minutes killing kings or whatever, and that was
I did do that, but I noticed you left that part in. You left the killing king stuff in.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess because it's not a group of people that you're going
well,
at.
we always, Ralph, you understood that what I was saying, which is true. Every now and then, kings deserve it. That's what that is a truth, dude. That's true. It's
if I had a penalty box, I might have put you in the penalty box a minute ago. Because at the beginning, I'm gonna show you like, hey, bring everybody in. We love everybody. And then you go and attack BYU. So for my one BYU viewer, and I think I do have,
I didn't attack the university, Ralph. Hold on, I did not attack the university. I attacked the founder of the university. Okay, I attacked the founder of the university, who was a scumbag. Yeah, I attacked him. And hey, BYU fans, start telling the truth. Okay, start telling the fucking truth about the guy. Scumbag, fucking murderer. Okay, that's what Brigham Young was. I'll tell you right now. There you go. But But wasn't Zach Wilson a fucking Mormon? By the way, I love Mormons. Wasn't Zach Wilson a Mormon kid with a hot mom? Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, does he still play in the NFL, Ralphie?
I think he's been going from team to team. Yeah, like
he's like a backup still somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah. Last I heard, I think he was in Arizona for a minute, and I don't know where he ended up.
By the way, Ralph, because I only rant about politics and philosophy most of the time, don't act like we can't talk football. Because for a second, let's talk about I think it was the 2020 draft class or 2021. The one they told us was the greatest draft class. 5 quarterbacks, the first time it ever happened, taken in the top round, first round draft picks. And we got, let's go through them by order. Trevor Lawrence, disappointment, right? He was supposed to be the next fucking Peyton Manning. How about the next fucking, not even Phillip Rivers, dude, okay? Because when Phillip Rivers came back last season, wasn't that the coolest shit ever, Ralph? Was that not the coolest shit ever?
Yeah, that was a alternate universe, but it was a cool moment to be in. Yeah,
it was a cool game where we all thought he was gonna die and he didn't die. We all went. We all thought we were gonna see a snuff film. We all went. We're gonna see a murder happen, and he didn't die. And I remember being so happy for him. I don't even think they won. I don't think they won that game, but he played pretty good, and he didn't die. And I going, fuck yeah, Phillip Rivers, you're an inspiration, dude. You're an inspiration. And Trevor Lawrence isn't even that, okay? He isn't even an inspiration. He's just a dude who does Subway commercials, okay? That's really fucking.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, do you know the last guy that did Subway commercials, Jared Fogle, didn't end well, okay? Did not end well. So don't do Subway commercials, rule of thumb.
Yeah,
so
there you go. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm saying don't do Subway commercials.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
The place is trash. I every now and then, I had a meatball sub from, you know where Subway fucked up? They started toasting the subs. That's where they fucked up. They should have stopped. Like back when they would just give you cold bread. That was Subway. That was the Subway. Subway at its finest was stale cold bread. Here's the worst thing to do to stale cold bread. Fucking toast it, because it somehow becomes a pillar of concrete. So in order to eat my meatball sub today, I had to like beaver through concrete blocks to get to my meatball sub. It was fucking disappointing. So don't do Subway commercials because the food is fucking trash. And also that one guy, we know what he was all about. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. You think Epstein was bad? This guy, read about it. So okay, don't like fucking. It's better not to. So okay, then second pick to the New York Jets, Zach Wilson. Well, fuck if that didn't fucking fall apart immediately. Like everyone knew this kid didn't have. The kid was a rich kid. He was a rich Mormon kid with a hot mom. Remember the last one, Johnny Manziel. Okay, same shit. Rich kids with hot moms do not make good quarterbacks. You need a fat mom who has a drug problem, and that's going to be if you got a fucking obese mom with a drug problem, recruit that. Nick Saban would take that kid every fucking day, dude. He would, because he would know that kid's slinging the rock for a reason. Why? He wants to get his mom off the crack pipe one day.
I think it works out for the Kelsey's mom. Just saying, shots fired, but
Is she a hot mom?
I don't know. You said something about how you need to have a fat mom or something.
Is she heavy on the hoof? Is she heavy on the hoof?
She's a little on the heavy side,
Fuck yeah, I do. And I bet she used to have a drug problem. She fucking is the perfect. That's how you make good football players. You want to make good football players? Obese mom with a drug problem is gonna make a good football player. Dude.
And you got a 50-50 chance. You got the good Kelsey and the bad Kelsey out of it. So
But both are good football players. So let's be honest. Both are good football players.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, and then Zach Zach Wilson, also I think known as possibly the Cougar Hunter or something like that.
Oh, is that? Yeah, he's a sicko. He's like a sicko. He's like a fucking. He's probably got OnlyFans now. Fuck him, dude. So he was nothing. He was a total washout. And then, I'm sorry, 49ers fans. By the way, I'm right now trying to date a girl who is from San Francisco. Well, California somewhere where she loves the San Francisco 49ers. Point is, I shouldn't be saying this. Fucking Kyle Shanahan or whatever his fucking name is. He's not this fucking brilliant mind, okay? All these people are telling me Kyle Shanahan and fucking, is that his name? Shanahan? Shanahan, is that right?
Yeah, Shanahan. Yeah.
Hey, you're a Nepo baby. Your dad was good, okay? Your dad, who used to coach the Redskins, sorry I said that out loud. Your dad was good. You're a piece of shit idiot, dude. You're like a fucking, any grown man. You might have to cut this off because you don't like me talking shit about people. But I'm going to tell you, this is what I say about Kyle Shanahan. Any grown man, this is what a grown man's hat should look like. I'll show you. This. You see the bill? You see how the bill is curved? You see how the bill is curved? It's curved.
Yeah.
Because I take this and I work it. When you get a new cap, you kind of do that. And you wrap rubber bands and you fucking do. Because you want your ball cap to look like a ball cap. Now, what Kyle Shanahan, how he wears his caps at 72 years old. Like Ed Hardy, I'm fucking.
Yeah, we're not a
situation. I'm a situation dog.
Yeah, there's not a lot of fans. There's not a lot.
He's fucking lame. He's a fucking poser, dude. He's a fucking poser. So what did he do? What did this brilliant offensive mind do? He took Trey Lance, who played 3 games in college. That was it, 3 games. He played 3 fucking games and he got hurt. Played 3 games and got hurt. And yet everybody's going, yeah, but those 3 games, dude, those 3. No, fuck it, dude. I could play fucking 3 games. Right? Like, like there's a thing. And by the way, this is true. I remember when I first started playing shuffleboard. First 3 or 4 games I played shuffleboard, Ralph, I was the Tiger Woods of shuffleboard, dude. I swear to God, I was.
Yeah.
I was the Tiger Woods. I couldn't be defeated. I was even getting cocky about it. I was like putting money on the table. I was like basically taking my dick out, throwing it on the table and saying, what do you think of that? That's what I was saying. That's how good I was the first 3 times I played. I will say it's fallen way downhill since then. Way downhill. I'm really not that good at shuffleboard. I've had something that is real, that's unexplainable. I hate to tell people who believe science is the only thing, but there are some unexplainable, mysterious things in this world, and one is something called beginner's luck. Sometimes you're dumb enough to be good at something until you know what it is, and then you suck at it. You suck at it. As soon as you understand it, you suck at it. So that's how things happen. So this guy had some beginner's luck. Well, any coach, Mike Shanahan, would never. Mike Shanahan, wasn't he the guy that fucking basically told RG3 to fuck off?
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows. He saw that Harry.
He was a Kirk Cousins supporter or whatever.
And he's right to be that way. Because I'll tell you this, that's how good Mike was. Mike even probably fucking picked RG3. But as soon as RG3 pulled out his Harry Potter book at practice, Mike went, no, you laugh. That's what happened. People want to know why I went south between Mike Shanahan and RG3. Mike Shanahan was a grown-ass man. He was an adult man. He was a man. He was a man's man. He was a good coach. He ruined
RG3's career. If he would have left RG3 out.
No,
he had a bad knee. He had a bad knee.
No, he knew RG3 was gonna fucking lead him to down to Chinatown. It wasn't gonna end well. It was gonna be fucked up because RG3 didn't have what it takes because he fucking read Harry Potter books. Like he's fucking too. I saw him one time. I literally saw him one time in a broadcast booth wearing a Harry Potter outfit, and I thought to myself, he has no respect for himself. He has no respect for himself. You can't be a good quarterback. You can hate yourself and be a good quarterback. That helps. But if you have no respect for yourself, well, nothing can help. That's a different thing. If you have no respect for yourself, you have no confidence. And if you have no confidence, you're going to end up wearing a fucking Harry Potter outfit on TV. It's embarrassing. So Mike knew that. As soon as he saw that Harry Potter book, Mike went, fuck that guy. And then what do you see fucking Kirk Cousins doing? Kirk Cousins doing some weird shit. He had like a computer hooked up to his brain, and he was meditating with a computer hooked up to his brain, and he was going, I'm using science to get better, coach. I'm using science to get better, coach. I learned about this in Thailand on the dark web. I learned about how to do this on the dark web in Thailand. And Mike Shanahan thought, if that guy's trying to get better through the dark web in Thailand, that guy gives a fuck. That guy gives a fuck. He respects himself. He may not be as good at the dodging and weaving as RG3, but he has confidence enough to be dumb enough to fucking use some dark web Thailand fucking brain shit to try to become a better quarterback. He was so willing to he risked his mind to be a better quarterback. And that's if you really lay it on the line, Ralph, in life, if there's a moral in any of this, if you lay it on the line in life, the moral is you got to be willing to almost die for the cause. You got to be willing to get hurt and injured for the purpose of your essence. Because if you're not willing to take one on the chin, just from the risk, because life is a risk. It's a beautiful thing. When you're taking a risk, it's a beautiful thing. And if you're not really alive unless you're risking things. And when you're risking things, it's kind of like a dumb thing. It's kind of like this could go really. It's hold my beer, watch this, which is very American. Hold my beer, watch this. There's something beautiful to hold my beer, watch this. And that was Kirk Cousins. He had hold my beer, watch this energy. I think he was a Midwesterner. Which makes total sense. So that's why Mike knew that. And that's why Kyle picked Trey Lance when Trey Lance only played 3 fucking games. Kyle's an idiot. He'll never get a ring. He'll never get a ring, dude. Never. He'll never get a fucking ring. So, okay, then you get the 4th pick. If I remember, so you get Trey Lance, and then we bump all the way to, hold on, I'm going to miss one. Pick 10 to the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields, who was set up for failure. They set him up. That's another great example of the white man keeping the black man down. Because what it was is he ends up totally these Chicago Bears can't get their shit straight at all. Like even fucking Caleb Williams, go fuck yourself. He should be playing better. Like the Chicago Bears it's the reason that Shador Sanders and his dad didn't want him to go to certain teams. Even though that made him be arrogant and made him drop to the fucking like 5th round, which was really embarrassing. It did cost him his confidence. It cost him his confidence so much so that literally the Cleveland Browns went, hey, let's just bring the rapist back as the quarterback. Can the rapist be our quarterback again? Do you know how little confidence Ralph, I'm not lying. Ralph, am I lying? Am I lying, Ralph?
No lie.
The Cleveland Browns, who I'm not, by the way, I jumped off the ship, okay? I jumped the fuck off the ship. I was once a Cleveland Browns back in the Baker Mayfield days. I was a fucking Cleveland Browns fan. And then Stefanski tried to murder Baker Mayfield, okay, for no reason. Because Stefanski's an idiot too. Stefanski's a fucking idiot. How do these idiots keep winning Coach of the Year? I don't trust these fucking Coach of the Year awards.
The fact that somebody else gave him a job, I don't understand.
No, the Falcons?
Yeah.
And then they got rid of the guy that was good? Rashad Moore was good. They got rid of the guy that was good for the guy that tried to murder Baker Mayfield and then went, let's hire the rapist. He was the one that had the bright idea because people don't realize the timeline isn't Deshaun Watson is Cleveland Browns quarterback and then becomes a rapist. No, the timeline is Deshaun Watson is a rapist. Okay, here's the timeline. Deshaun Watson is a rapist. The Houston Texans go, well, we can't have a rapist on the team. They do what I would call is the normal response for a football team. Even I would say I'm not a morals guy, Ralph. I'm not a big morals guy, but I think the moral response was to go, well, we can't have a rape. I bet there was even like a guy that was like, can we? And then they were all like, no, dude, we can't. Because there was the one guy, and he was like, can we? And that was that was okay. It was worth asking that question because we should test it one more time. But everybody, as soon as they heard the can we, they almost went, shame on you for saying that, dude. Shame on you for saying that. We cannot do that. So they fired him the way it should have happened. They did the right thing. And honestly, they ended up with Davis Mills, and he was pretty fucking good, dude. Can we give a little bit of flowers to Davis Mills, please? Like, he was pretty fucking good, dude. Like, he set up the Texans for the success that came. Like, C.J. Stroud is just the wind beneath fucking Davis Mills' wings. You know what I'm saying? That's where fucking C.J. Stroud is, dude. By the way, people are getting good. By the way, fuck Pat McAfee. Put this on ESPN at noon.
Oh, here we go.
This fuck it, dude. Put this on
McAfee
ESPN.
McAfee slander alert.
Oh yeah, Dookie. You want me to talk about Dookie? Okay, let's get back to the fucking lecture at hand. So Justin Fields was fucking set up for fucking failure, dude. He had no chance. But I think we can all agree now, based on what he did when he went to the Steelers, when he had a chance, and based on what he did when he went to the Jets and he had a chance. He out of that lot, out of the 5 quarterbacks, raw talent. If you had given him the who was the quarterback coach for Josh Allen? Dayball, right?
Dayball, yeah.
Which great quarterback coach, shitty coach. Great quarterback coach, though. If you had given fucking Justin Fields the Dayball, dude, come on, dude. Are you like, come on? Don't you think, Ralph? Don't you think?
Yeah, he seemed to be able to turn a quarterback.
He seemed to be raw talent, dude.
Yeah, he seemed to be able to simplify for the quarterback.
And they kept, like the Steelers, when he was doing good, they still put fucking Russell Wilson. He kept getting replaced by Russell Wilson. Right? Russell Wilson kept taking his job. And Russell Wilson hasn't been good since 2012. You know, like, what are we doing, dude? Russell Wilson has not been good since 2012. So
I think he played himself out of the Hall of Fame. He was a Hall of Famer.
No. By the way, he didn't play himself out. He exposed himself as a non-Hall of Famer. He exposed himself for what he really was. Because you want to talk about fuck Shanahan, real coaches? Pete fucking Carroll, dude. Okay, you want to talk about a real coach?
Yeah.
Pete fucking Carroll, dude. That motherfucker. Did you see what he did with Geno Smith?
Yeah.
And not only that, he was loyal. When he ended up head coach of the Raiders, which nobody stood a chance anyway with the Raiders. Nobody stood a chance. They should have kept Antonio Pierce. He seemed to be the only one to understand that team. They should have kept fucking Antonio Pierce, but they always seem to set up a black guy for failure. They almost seem to go like, let's let the fucking black guy fail so then we can replace him with a white guy again. It's fucked up, dude. So anyway, so fucking I might be saying bad shit, but I'm telling you the truth.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I agree. Because they'll give a black coach for an interim coach for like half a season, and then like you win 2 games and you're gone, or you get a year and you're gone.
And that's why it's almost like look at fucking Brian Flores. They set him up for failure. Aaron Glenn, they set him up for failure. Like these are look at the teams these guys are getting. The Dolphins, the Jets, they're set up for failure time and time again. It's like and every now and then you get lucky. Like in a weird way, he wasn't a black guy, but because he was kind of a dumb redneck jock guy, they were setting Dan Campbell up for failure. They were setting him up for fucking failure. They even tried to slaughter him in the media, like for his fucking first press conference. They tried to slaughter him. They tried to go, oh, you're gonna bite off kneecaps? What a fucking idiot! Look at this guy on a motorcycle. What an idiot! He was set up for failure. But Dan Campbell was a grown man who could cry. That's what I'm saying. He understood you could be a guy that big and you could do push-ups with your team, which like that. If you want to be a leader, lead from the front lines, bitch. Lead from the front lines. Like back in the day, Napoleon, say what you want about Napoleon. He was on the horse charging. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think Trump's going to parachute in Iran tomorrow? Sorry, that shit ain't happening. This country, minus what fucking George Washington and Dwight D. Eisenhower? Minus George Washington and Dwight D. Eisenhower. Who else charged into battle, dude? None of those fuckers did, dude. I respect that. I respect that shit. So that's the one thing about Dan Campbell.
Yeah, I would advise any Republican stay out of Ukraine because Russia's going to take you out, or someone, take Iran.
Okay, Ralph, don't do that conspiracy. Don't do that fucking conspiracy, Ralph. What the fuck, dude? Again, dude, Avi, dude, do you think, Lindsey Graham was
I didn't even tell you
Lindsey Graham, no, just think about this though. He had a heart attack. He had a sudden heart attack. The way guys in the 70s would. The ways guys in the 70s would have a sudden heart attack because they didn't take care of themselves. Lindsey Graham was a gay guy who liked random sexual encounters with men, and he liked getting drunk as fuck. He loved drinking. He loved getting drunk. He liked saying provocative shit. He was almost like a Howard Stern character. He liked saying the most provocative shit. He went on TV. He literally went on TV once and he said, "I want to make Iran great again." And what is that? That's fucking wrestler shit, dude. Lindsey Graham was this badass gay wrestler, and he was in the National Guard for forever. No, Lindsey Graham, dude, people don't understand. When fucking Trump gave out fucking Lindsey Graham's cell phone number, and Lindsey Graham took it on the chin, released a fucking ad the next day. Because you want to talk about all these motherfuckers who, Marco Rubio, Trump would go, Lil Marco. And we would look at little Marco and we go, oh, he is so little. He is such a little. What a little Marco. He has a little Marco. It worked because it was true. When he told Rand Paul, your hair looks like shit. We all thought fucking his hair looks like shit, dude. It does look like, what is going on with Rand Paul? It's like a Jew fro, but he's not Jewish. What is your fucking hair, Rand Paul? Did you get a perm? Did you get a 1990s perm? When Trump was Lion Ted, who doesn't, we all, thank God somebody finally said it. He's a fucking liar. He is Lying Ted. But the fucking thing about Lindsey Graham is Trump could never quite get him, dude. He never could quite. He fucking gave his phone number out. And Lindsey Graham's response was to film a video where he takes a fucking golf club and a hammer and a bat, and he bashes his cell phone 42 ways from fucking. He goes, what is that, Rage Room? He goes Rage Room on his cell phone. And he's just like, well, Trump gave out my number. And then he just starts tearing shit up, dude. I mean, dude, this guy was a fucking. I'm going to tell you this. Any guy Lindsey Graham ever fucked his ass hurt so bad the next day, dude, because Lindsey Graham was a goddamn gangster. Lindsey Graham was a goddamn gangster, dude. He would I bet Lindsey Graham did drugs, dude. He probably never talked about it. But I bet he could rip a fucking rail with the best of them. Because he's a gangster, dude.
Yeah, his sister better watch out because she's filling in for him. And our guy there, in the White House, he might try to hit that. He might try to hit that. You never know.
Have sex with her?
It wouldn't surprise me.
That's a great. By the way, if there is a conspiracy theory I'm going to believe in, let me believe in the one where Trump starts banging Lindsey Graham's sister, dude. That's a fucking. No, all I'm saying is and that's why I got so mad when everyone was making fun of his death, dude. Because to me, it's like, do I respect his positions? No, I don't respect his positions. That motherfucker wanted to start war with everybody. He had bloodlust. Like, literally, when you think of the word bloodlust, Lindsey Graham was a vampire. That dude he had bloodlust, dude. It was crazy. But when you think of like him, remove the politics. Just this he was a pool shark. I didn't even know that's how he fucking became like kind of known in his community. He was a pool shark turned politician, closeted gay guy who fucking his whole life was in like the military, and he was fucking playing golf with the fucking president, and he's like this little bitty small town South Carolina kid, and his fucking sister, dude, his fucking sister, his mom and dad died, and he took care of her. He adopted her, dude. He adopted that girl, and she stayed with him by his right hand side, and she took care of him, and he took care of her. And if you don't see the beauty in that, if you can't see the beauty in that, you can't see beauty, because it's like remove the jersey for 1 fucking second to see a force of nature. And was he fucked up? Yes. But this world kind of needs all kinds of people. Even crazy guys like that. Even really crazy wild guys. The world's almost somehow more interesting because of people like that. And that's what people don't get, Ralph. And that's one thing I hope one day they do get. You can disagree with somebody. You can have them be your enemies. They can be people don't realize this. Jesus didn't say don't have enemies, right? Did he say he never said don't have enemies. He was human, like you and me. He knew what it was like to feel fuck that guy, you know? He knew what it was like to feel that. What did he say though? He said when you feel like fuck that guy, don't feel like it's not like bad to feel like fuck that guy. Fuck that guy's an okay thought. But don't think I wish harm on that guy. Yeah. Just think fuck that guy. I don't want to associate with that fucking guy. I don't want to associate with that fucking guy. But don't not see him as his own entity, as his own being with his own wants and desires and needs and afflictions and vices and problems and good and bad, because we're all on a spectrum. That's if there's one thing that the vaccines helped us understand, we're all on the spectrum. You see what I'm saying? We're all on the spectrum, my friend. Yeah. So anyway, that's my little fucking. I got too emotional there. It was a little fucking rant about Lindsey Graham, dude, because it's like I just don't like people celebrate death, dude. I don't like when people
I didn't mean to divert you into that, but you know.
Fuck it, Ralph. If we can't be honest, what can we be, right?
Yeah. I heard somebody on the radio this morning, or might have been yesterday morning. He kept calling her like Lindsey Graham, like, oh, she did this and her did that. You know, he kept, I guess, because of the gay claim or whatever.
He was, but he was gay. Everybody was gay. We don't like. He was so gay. It's fine. It's actually cool. It's fine. It's cool. Be gay. It's totally fine. But it's like think about having to hide some shit like that your whole life because you feel like you can't come out with that. Yeah, that's probably not easy, right? Is that easy? That's probably not easy at all. No. And there's a reason, probably. Like I would say, you think he wanted to be closeted? He probably had some kind of trauma in his life somewhere along the way that made him realize he couldn't be himself. Yeah. And that's like the whole thing of life. The whole thing of life is I don't care who you are, whatever your puzzle piece is, its shape is not going to fit immediately in anything. Yet society and civilization demands we force our shape, square peg into a round hole, as they would say, force our shape into their shape. That's what society and civilization demand. And when we force our shape into their shape, we start cutting corners and we start feeling ashamed and we start feeling guilty about our differences and why we don't quite fit in and why are we different, and we keep being told to be. Don't be that. Don't, like every time we step a little outside the line, we don't be that. What are you doing? Don't be that. Don't be different. Yeah. Don't be. What are you? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, come on. What are you doing? And you keep thinking, oh, maybe I did. Maybe, and you only stepped outside that line because of something maybe like curiosity or something maybe like doubt or something maybe like interest. So you step a little outside the line because of something calling to you that's stronger than anything. But it's biological. It's in your body. It's in you to go that direction. And you go that direction for a second, and everyone goes, hey, and you go, what? And they go, what the fuck, man? Get in line. And you say, well, something was calling to me over there. And they go, don't listen to that. Don't fucking listen. Don't do that. Don't listen to that. The fuck is wrong with you? Do this. Do what we're all doing because we're all supposed to do this. So do this. And I think everybody, I think it's a universal 8.5 billion people on this fucking planet experience is that we, somewhere along the way, went this way and we were told to shut the fuck up about it. So anybody that doesn't understand how you could end up in a certain way, they don't understand that life just comes at you. We're all monkeys on a roller coaster. None of us fucking wanted to be here or asked to be here. Not that we hate the place. We just didn't ask. We didn't ask. We were non-consensually put here. I was raped into existence, Ralph, to be honest with you. I was forced into this existence. I did not, there wasn't like, let me put it this way. It wasn't like there was like a room full of people waiting to go somewhere. And they said, hey, who wants to do the life thing? I was like, hey, I'll take a shot at that. I never got that. I never got that question or that opportunity. So instead, I'm just here on this roller coaster. And I kind of come into it like, holy fuck, I'm on a roller coaster. How did I get on this fucking, and you're just on it. You're going, God damn, this thing has some twists and turns. And you're going all around. And you're like, what the fuck is this roller coaster? And then you're looking around. Everybody else is on the same kind of roller coaster. And they're thinking the same thing. But oddly enough, I don't know why, they're not saying what you're saying. And you're going, what the fuck is this? They're going, no, dude, this is totally normal. This is totally, what are you saying? Hey, this is totally, they're still doing this, but they're kind of somehow being chill. They're kind of like, no, dude, this is what we do. We do this.
Yeah.
And you're going, this doesn't seem normal. This seems abnormal. So I think that the imperfections, the blemishes, the doubts, the uncertainties, I think that's where we should all kind of connect with each other and relate and be bigger on that than we are on the other stuff. Because the other stuff mostly is ideas, and ideas are mostly based on language, and language is pretty much stupid. It's pretty much stupid. It's fucking fun. It's a fun thing to say. I say words, make mouth noises. Oh, like as with the television, somebody say a skibbity scabbity skibbity doo. And so, yeah, that's fun. That's a good time.
I'll leave it in.
Hey, you can say, Ralph, if there's one group of people we can make fun of, it's 80s televangelists, okay? Let's not stick up for the 80s televangelist community. They were a pretty bad group of people, dude.
Yeah.
They hurt a lot of people. Like a lot of people. They took advantage and hurt a lot of people, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of grandmothers were sending their full Social Security checks to Jimmy Swaggart back in the day, dude.
Yeah. That's true. And no denying that.
All right, Ralph, what shall we say? Shall we say our person go to sleep and go to bed?
Well, okay. I got a couple of things before we close out.
All right.
One thing is for the Second Amendment thing that I cut, I don't necessarily, I don't condone gun violence whatsoever. I hate it. I hate the NRA, all this and that. But, it is an amendment. It is in the Constitution or whatever. So I guess they have a right to be protected as far as what do you call it? What do you call it? Legal carry or legal, whatever you want to call it or whatever. So, I mean.
Well, I mean, there's people carry. Yeah, that's open carry is what they call it in Texas.
There you go. Yeah. So, and then I think I let you out. I cut you off on, you were going to get into Dan Campbell, I think. We could maybe do that next show or something.
No, let's just wrap up with the 5th of the quarterback draft picks, and that'll be the end of it. So, picked 5th in that draft class. Which year was that? Was that 2021? What year was that, Ralph?
Yeah, 2021, yeah.
Yeah, so this is why I don't trust, when they tell me it's a great quarterback draft class, I don't trust it. As a matter of fact, I think most good quarterbacks you should pick in the 2nd or 3rd round. I don't know why. That seems about right.
Yeah. That seems like where that. Well, I mean, because look with the Cowboys, I think they got like in the fourth round. Like you just stumbled across it,
Yeah, and also you want your and it makes for a boring draft. But really, if you're not going for like a left tackle, the first round draft pick, everybody should be fighting over one giant Hawaiian guy. Everybody should be fighting over one very large Hawaiian. Like that's my fucking Hawaiian. And so I would say that's a smart first round draft pick is that. So anyway, so then we get the 5th pick, Kyle Shanahan from the San Francisco 49ers. No, was it him? It was him.
Yeah.
Who? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was who picked him? Who? No, it was Paul. Fuck, I forgot. It was Bill, another overrated quarterback, overrated coach. Bill shits the bed Belichick. Bill shits the bed Belichick, who
Yeah.
never was a good draft. One time drafted a kicker first round, dude. Like there's nothing
Yeah,
a
he
punter.
did. He did do that. He did do that.
Yeah. No one does that. There's no need to. There's no reason to do that, Bill. He fucking took that kicker like somebody was waiting to take him. That guy wasn't going to get taken until the 7th round, and Bill was like, "I'll spend a first round pick." That's a fucking. Yeah. Ralph, you can bleep this if you want. I'm going to say it. That's how retarded fucking Bill Belichick was. Is that motherfucker fucking took a kicker in the fucking first round? What a dumbass that fucking guy was. And so let's all now admit. Bill Belichick, we saw North Carolina, okay? And also, you want to tell me that ain't some Epstein shit this motherfucker's doing right now? This motherfucker's not doing some creepy-ass Epstein shit? He's a fucking creep. He's a scumbag. He's disgusting, and he's not talented. He's never been talented. He got lucky. Here was the one decision Bill Belichick made, which I think anyone would have, dare I say, Kevin Stefanski might have even made this decision, is he had a older, getting shittier on the back end of things. Drew Bledsoe as quarterback, a guy in his waning years, and Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers is what he had. He had an Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers, and the guy got hurt, and he had to put in the 7th round pick guy, and the guy was all right. The guy was actually winning games, and then Drew Bledsoe wanted to come back, and Drew hadn't been winning games, and I just won 5 games in a row with this guy. So Bill Belichick played the hot hand. Now, you ain't got to be a genius to play the fucking hot hand. And after he played the hot hand, he just got fucking lucky. The motherfucker was a Vegas winner, dude. He was a lottery ticket winner. It's all fucking Bill Belichick was, dude. And we all see it now. So Bill Belichick picks Mac Jones. And what's crazy, and this is how a coach, wrong team like Justin Fields set up for failure, Mac Jones had no chance because Mac Jones had an amazing first season. I don't know if you remember it or not. We were all calling him the baby goat. We thought, holy shit, this motherfucker's amazing because he looked amazing. And he seemed to have a real brain for like the game, Like, and that's kind of what Peyton Manning was never. Tom Brady wasn't a big brain for the game as much as Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, people think of him as a dumb guy. Big brain on that motherfucker. So that was Mac Jones. He was kind of the Peyton Manning. Fuck Trevor Lawrence. Mac Jones turns out was kind of the Peyton Manning. And so then what's crazy is, second season, Mac Jones, Bill Belichick takes the defensive coordinator and makes him the offensive coordinator. And he takes the offensive coordinator and makes him defensive coordinator. He goes, let's do a little flippy floppy this year. See how that goes. Let's fucking mix some shit up.
Yeah.
Did not end up well for Mac Jones. Tell you that right fucking now. And then Mac Jones goes to the fucking Jags and he has to back up Lawrence, and fucking Lawrence gets hurt, and fucking Mac wins a bunch of games in a row again. And they, of course, they flip back to Trevor Lawrence afterwards that they shouldn't have, because Mac showed what he can fucking do. That's what Mac can do. Mac can fucking play ball, dude. And so that was the craziest thing. Out of those 5 quarterbacks, if you're asking me the best, you might disagree, Ralph. If you're asking me the best of that draft class, Mac Corkle Jones was the best goddamn fucking player out of that draft. And hold on. You're right. Justin Fields was better. But Mac Jones and Justin Fields, they were fucking the best ones, dude.
Yeah, 1 and 2, definitely. Yeah, like 1A, 1B. Yeah.
I mean, they were set up for fucking failure, dude. And that's why it's not only what talent you have, it's where you land and who you land with.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference. So
yeah, I think that's what, like any corporation, like you gotta have the foundation, and a lot of these teams don't have the foundation, and that you bring the people in and doesn't work out.
Yeah. All right, Ralph. Well, fuck it.
Okay, sounds good. Good. I think we did. Yeah, I think we did a lot. We did a lot tonight. We did good. Maybe.
I'll take that.
Good.
I'm gonna hang up, Ralph. You wrap up.
All right, man. Take it easy. Later on. Bye. All right. This has been Radio Ralph and Friends. I am Radio Ralph. We are gonna get ready and sign off here. Gotta make sure I get all my buttons to work right so I can sign off this thing. We may just sign off without Andrew today. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know how we're gonna sign off, but we're gonna sign. Oh, you know what? We're just gonna sign off. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do the disclaimer. Everything here on the disclaimer is here. And follow along. Be sure and smash that like button. Subscribe on YouTube. I need that 20th YouTube subscriber. So we're looking for that. The 20th YouTube subscriber. And we're going to have more coming. Hopefully more people too on the show. And yeah, so let me get this ready. We're going to wrap it up for tonight. Call it a day. Get the right button. I'm on Studio B. So Studio B is a little bit more, not as technically advanced as I would hope or like, but we worked with what we had to work with. So I don't know what this is going to do. It's not going to do what I want it to do probably, but it's fine. Let me see what we can do. We're going to close out. There we go. So we're going to close out with that. We're going to wrap it up for tonight. I did make a, let's try that. Well, let's try that. I've got some stuff to play with here. Yeah, if you didn't like that, you can give a thumbs down. You can do a stop. You can do that. You can do a laugh. And I'm going to try to build some, sound effects into this thing and get some more production value. Everybody loves a little production value. There we go. We got a referee. We have a referee for timeout. If you want to do a timeout. Yeah, so we're going to try to add some production value to this thing. Grow this thing. JC may not want to grow this thing, which is fine. I don't want to speak for him, but, he had a lot of fun tonight with our commenter. But yeah, so we're going to wrap it up with this and call it a night. And we'll go for more of Radio Ralph and Friends in the future. At a date and time to be determined. I'm going to stop talking.
Once upon a time, not that long ago, everyone would gather round their transistor radios. There were zoo crews and shock jocks and boss jocks and pranks. There were callers and prizes, people with weird names. But that time, it has faded. Now there's podcasting wars. Every ad is for dick pills, big pharma, and porn. Even now, there are days when all you need is a laugh. Thank God there's one DJ left. He's Radio Ralph. Now the red light is on, so just tune on in. Welcome to the show with Radio Ralph and his friends.